Hi there. Welcome to Mom with the Mats. I'm Matt. Today I'm going to be starting my series on building a German railgun. So this is going to be a multi-part series as I build through it. So hope you enjoy it, and make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Ring the bell for notifications from when the next one's going to be showing up, and hopefully we'll be enjoying this time together. So let's look over to the overhead cam. Here we have. It's an older kit. It's by Minicraft and Hasagawa, a kind of joint effort. This is the K5E German railroad gun, known by the Germans as the Leopold, and known by the Allies as Anzio Annie. So that's what we're going to be building today. So it is a multi-part system. It has road wheels on both sides, has this main tender section, and then where the gun itself will load down into. So we're going to take a look at this. This is an older kit. It is, let's see, the kit number is 728. It is 1/72 scale and does not list when it was made. So there we have Anzio Annie. So we're going to set the box lid over here. So box is full of sprue. We have, let's just open it up and take a look. It's always safe that when you open a older kit, make sure, like down here at the bottom, there's already pieces that have fallen off, so we want to make sure they stay in there. So let's just take a look at our pieces. So we have the main piece here. That's where the gun is going to go sit down into. So you can see that. We have our first sprue. They are not labeled, just numbered. Oh, they are labeled. This is sprue A. So we have a track section. And then we have, looks like, road wheels here. We have some things that are going to go on the road wheel section. More road wheels, so this is going to be most of that. There's some very finely made ladders. Looks like there's 1, 2, 3, 4 ladders that we're going to be dealing with. And here are the shells that they shot. This is, mind you, a 1/72 scale kit, so that's pretty large on what they're going to be firing. So that's our sprue A. We do have part of the cannon itself right there. Sprue A, we have another one of those, so we're going to have the same kind of thing. So we'll have multiple rail sections, but this is a duplicate of that one. So probably one is going to be for one car, one is going to be for the other. Let's see, this is sprue D. This looks like, oh, this is going to be very fine. This is, looks like, you can see it like this. This is the railing, the safety railing that goes around the outside of the cars. So that is going to be definitely tricky because that is very fine. So snipping that off is going to be very difficult. But I'm up to the challenge. We have a piece that came off. Looks like might be a door section or cabin section where the people would be. 72nd scale. That's a little small for that, but we'll take a look at it later when we get to it. And then we have, this is sprue C. You can see the gun. Here's the gun right here. It's going to be tricky as putting this together and not getting the seam line down the center. So that'll be lots of filler along that, but we don't want to lose any detail. So we have the top part of it, and then we also have the, looks like the hoist for the gun itself. So, and it looks like we have a barrel on it too. So that will go on as well. So there's that. That is sprue C. And lastly, we should be up to, let's see, get anywhere. Don't see the letter on this one. Oh, B, there it is, hiding right there. So we have the two car sections right here. We have the other parts go along the car, some bracing and other bracing here. Some of the finer pieces on this one as well. And looks like we have this piece right here. We have part of the retractor section of the recoiler of the gun itself here that we'll be putting together. So those are our parts we're going to be dealing with. The pages itself of the instructions. So it says the caliber of this gun when used was 280 millimeter, which is 11 inches. Let's see, the length of the barrel was 70 feet long, 8 inches. Let's see. The rifling was a right-hand uniform twist in it. The barrel itself, the weight of the barrel, just the barrel, was 187,880 pounds. Let's see, had 12 grooves in that barrel. The length of the car itself was 95 feet 7 inches long. So, and let's see, the elevation estimate was about 50 degrees. So it could tilt up 50 degrees. Let's do it like this, about 50 degrees. So, and the weight of the projectiles it shot, 550 pounds. So these are old school instructions. Like I said, this kit is no longer in print that I'm aware of. So we have a little history of it up here. Then we have some sub-assemblies on how we're going to put it together. So we have the rail car bases, the top of the rail car is here, then the tender area, and then working it up onto the gun deck, and then the gun itself. So that tells you what pages to find them on. So here we go into it. Here's on page 3 the start of the road wheels and the cars themselves. And that's all the way, that goes step 1, 2, and 3. Those are all done then. Then you have the magazine. That's what it is. It's where they held the ammunition. So there's a hoist and all of that for the ammunition. Oh, it's a 2-part ammunition set. So that's what we're having. So, and then moving on to the next part, still part of the ammunition. Then we have the gun barrel assembly on number 5. And they go into that, 5 and 6. So 5, it's all step 5. Step 6, we have the gun carriage assembly on how is it going to raise and lower. Still more of that, and then finally mounting the barrel into the carriage and its additional plating, how we're going to cement it in. And we have the ladders. Looks like we have a series of 1, 2, 3 ladders so that they extend. And then the final assembly. Some attachment hooks. We have other attachment hooks, putting on the decal, and then hooking it to our thing. So we end up having a complete gun right here. So there's the final assembly on how you're going to paint it and all that. And then it gives over 3 different color schemes: an overall gray one, a overall beige one, and then a beige and brown one. So I like mine gray, so I kind of use that German gray color for them, and then I weather it up. So I really like those. I did the Thor mortar a couple years ago that worked out that, and then we have our decal placements there as well. So for being such a large thing, it doesn't have that many. It's actually kind of interesting. And then we have finally the part call out of where you can find everything. And what's interesting is that this gun is actually still on display, I do believe, at the Aberdeen Proving Grounds in Maryland. So you can actually go and see the real thing. So there we have that. So there is Anzio Annie, which I'm going to be working on over a period of time. So hope you like it, and we'll get into it. So there we have Anzio Annie. So we'll get into that and start breaking it down and start working on it. So see you next time. See you later. Model on. Bye-bye.